everyone, welcome to Homeschool, and this is your Nalini ma'am dealing with a chapter Atoms and Molecule. Very fundamental chapter, isn't it? So many aspects we discussed in our previous videos. Discussed about molecule, different types of molecules, isn't it? And also about a concept called atomicity and how to find out atomicity of an element in a molecule and the atomicity of a whole molecule, isn't it? So this was the thing that was already discussed in the last video, and today's video, I bet you know, the most interesting video as well as very much fundamental concept I am going to tell you, which is very much helpful to understand more and more aspects of the chemistry chapters. Okay? And the main aspects that we are dealing in today's class is about valency. Okay? And the next one is about ions. So these are the two topics we have to cover in our video. First, let us go for discussing what do you mean by valency. Okay? Very simple, guys. Say you have seen various types of molecules in the previous video. Yes or no? You have seen a molecule like water, H2O, isn't it? Say, how did this H2O form? Two atoms of hydrogen combined with one atom of oxygen, isn't it? And how did they combine? What made them to combine like that? Can you all able to tell me? Why do atoms combine with each other? How they combine with each other? What is happening between them during the combination of atoms? This is what I am going to tell you now. And remember, guys, you studied about the size of an atom. You studied about, the mass of an atom. Okay. And I told you, atom is the smallest particle of matter. Okay. Even the atom also contains certain particles. Atom is the smallest particle of matter, no doubt. But what is there inside the atom? Do you all remember in one of the video, I have given the structure of an atom, isn't it? What did I tell you? Atom will have a small nucleus at the center. And around the nucleus, you will have so many circular orbits, I said. Okay. This is what the structure of an atom. About this, you are going to study in detail in the next chapter. Fine. And this atom contains very minute particles called electrons. What do the atom contain, guys? Electrons. So where are these electrons present? Electrons are always present in these circular orbits. Inside the nucleus also there are certain guys. About them we will discuss later. But now, these particular electrons are very important. So, electrons are very minute particles. Where are they present? Inside the atom. Inside the atom where? In the circular orbits. Okay. So, different elements have different electrons. Some elements have only one electron in them. Some elements have 2 electrons. Some elements have 7 electrons, 8 electrons, like that. Okay, clear everybody? So, whatever may be the type of an atom, inside the atom, there are very special guys called electrons. You know, they are the superheroes which are present inside the atom. Because of these superheroes, you know, different atoms are combining with each other. Got to know? Say H2O molecule, 2 hydrogen atoms are combining with one oxygen atom means it is because of these superheroes which are making atoms to combine with each other. Clear? So we have to discuss more aspects about electrons now. Okay, so where are these electrons are present, guys? In the circular orbits of an atom. Okay, and I said chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? Combination of atoms is called chemical reaction. Okay, got to know? If one atom, another atom, they are combining with each other, I said some magic will happen or attraction is created between them. That is what we call chemical reaction. If they combine only, no, we will get different molecules. Otherwise, different molecules are not possible in our nature. We have these many different molecules and compounds is all because the atoms are combining. And they are combining with the help of certain attraction. Something is happening between them. Okay, so what is that something is happening between them? You know, there is happening a business of electrons between the atoms. Okay, there are some elements which are giving their electrons and there are certain other elements which are taking those electrons. Okay, say for example, you have a molecule called NaCl. This is a salt, table salt. Okay, say here sodium atom is combining with Cl atom. When they combine only you get NaCl. Okay, this is sodium, this is chlorine. And between them there is happening a business of electrons. What do you mean by business in a normal language? We keep telling no business. What is that business? Some people will give money, some people will take money. Yes or no? Giving and taking money is called business. This is what the real meaning of business, practically speaking. Yes or no? Some people give money. Some people will take that money. Giving and taking, sharing money, giving money, taking money. You know, this is what we call business in a normal language. Similar way, giving and taking electron business is happening between the atoms. And that business only we call it as chemical reaction. Okay, so what is happening between the atoms when they combine with each other? Giving and taking electron business is happening. Some atom give electron and the other atom will take that electron. This is how attraction is formed between them. This is what we call chemical reaction in reality. Clear everybody? Okay. So, who is the superhero behind the formation of so many chemicals in our nature? The superhero is electrons. Each and every atom will have electron. Some atoms give electron, some atoms take those electron, and that is how attraction is created between two atoms, so they will stay together and we call that as molecule or compound. Understood how a molecule is getting formed or compound is getting formed? Okay, so now valency. Just now I told there are some elements which lose electron and there are some elements which take electrons. Okay, so what do you mean by elements, guys? Or atoms or elements, you know, all 118 elements are very beautifully arranged in our periodic table, no? Okay, let us list out some important elements, and these important elements you should remember, guys. Okay, see, this is our periodic table. Periodic table have certain groups. This vertical column is there, no? That is called as group. Okay, see, this is first group, this is second group. Group 3 to group 12 will come in this middle region. Okay, this is 13th group, 14th group, 15th group, 16th group, 17th group, 18th group. I have like this various groups are there. Okay, in group number 1 we will find the elements, you know, hydrogen, lithium, okay, sodium, potassium. At least only few elements which is necessary for your level, those elements only I will mention. Okay, so actually, you know, hydrogen's position is here. Anyway, let it be there in this group as of now. And later here, you know, beryllium, magnesium, calcium. Okay, this much only. And one more element, barium. And here try to remember boron, aluminium, carbon, silicon, nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, fluorine, chlorine, okay, helium, neon. Enough. Okay, for your level, if you can remember these elements position, it is more than enough. What you have to remember is hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium comes in first group. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium. See, I indicated with their symbol. I didn't write full name. That's why it's very important to remember the symbols of an element. Clear? If you don't know the symbols of an element, we can't do anything in chemistry chapters. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, all these elements come in group number 2. We don't discuss from group number 3 to group number 12. We will discuss later in the higher classes, 10th standard. Okay, now not necessary. Boron, aluminium comes in group 13. Carbon, silicon comes in 14. Nitrogen, phosphorus comes in 15th group. Oxygen, sulfur comes in 16th group. Fluorine, chlorine comes in 17th group. Neon, helium comes in 18th group. Okay, at least these many elements position, that means which element is coming in which group, is important to remember. Why it is important to remember, later you will only come to know. Clear? Fine. And now let us discuss the so-called concept valency. Try to understand the definition of valency very, very carefully. Okay, listen guys. The number of electrons lost by an element or number of electrons gained by an element. Here element or atom is one and the same. Okay, by an element during chemical reaction is called valency. Okay, very important definition. I told you some atoms lose electrons, some atoms gain in the sense what? Taking electron. Okay, some atoms loses electron, some atoms gains electron during chemical reaction. Okay, so that losing electrons and gaining electrons itself is called valency. Okay, so now let us discuss which element has what valency. That means which element is losing how many electrons and which element is gaining how many electrons. That itself is valency. That is what we will try to discuss for these elements. Okay, listen carefully. All elements in group 1, which all elements are there in group 1? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium. All these elements during chemical reaction, during a combination with some other atoms, they will lose electrons. How many electrons they will lose? 1 electron they will lose. Okay, so all these elements valency is +1, guys. Okay, all these elements valency is how much? +1. Okay, now what do you mean by the sign plus? Okay, here sign also has some meaning. Okay, plus means losing electrons. Okay, plus means losing electrons. Okay, one I have written. One in the sense, will it lose one electron or will it gain one electron? That one we should know, no? That is the reason we indicate a sign plus. Okay, so whenever I have put plus means, you know, these guys always lose one electron during chemical reaction. Okay, and remember, whenever I put a sign minus, it means the atom or element gains electrons, means takes electrons. Gaining in the sense what? Taking electron. Okay, fine. So what is the valency of hydrogen? +1. What is the valency of lithium? +1. What is the valency of sodium? +1. What is the valency of potassium? +1. Okay, like this. All these elements have +1. Fine. And now coming to these elements, group number 2. Which elements comes under group number 2? Beryllium is coming, magnesium is coming, calcium is coming, and barium is coming. Okay, and all these guys will lose 2 electrons during a chemical reaction. Okay, so that is why their valency is +2. Okay, say coming from group 3 to group 12, you no need to discuss under this level. Clear? So forget about these elements. Coming to group 13, I listed only 2 elements. Other elements are also there. Anyway, that is not necessary to remember. Okay, so boron and aluminium, these guys also will lose 3 electrons during chemical reaction. That is why valency +3. And coming to 14th group element, carbon silicon will lose 4 electrons during chemical reaction. So their valency +4. Okay. And nitrogen, phosphorus, from these guys onwards, losing business will not happen. Taking business will happen. Okay. So these guys always takes electrons from others during chemical reaction. Okay. How many electrons they take? 3 guys. Taking means what? Minus sign. So -3 in the sense what? These guys are taking how many electrons? 3 electrons. Okay. And coming to 16th group, they will take 2 electrons during a chemical reaction. So valency -2. 17th group, fluorine, chlorine, they will take 1 electron during a chemical reaction. So the valency -1. Okay na? And helium, neon, valency 0. That means they will not lose electron, they will not gain electrons also. So why they don't lose, why do they gain, that we will discuss in the next chapter. Don't worry. Okay, just as of now, try to remember this much concept, guys. Okay, quickly you have to answer whichever the question I ask now. Try to answer, try to analyze. What is the valency of oxygen? Where is oxygen coming? Here. So oxygen has what valency? -2. -2 in the sense what? During chemical reaction, it will take how many electrons, guys? 2 electrons. I told you, no, chemical reaction is all about business of electrons. Some guys lose electron, some guys take electron. Oxygen is the guy which always takes electron. That is why minus sign I have put here. How many electron will it take? 2 electron. So what is the valency of oxygen? -2. What is the valency of potassium? Check where potassium comes. Here. How many? What is the valency? +1. What is the meaning of +1? Plus in the sense what? Losing electron. 1 in the sense what? It will lose 1 electron. Okay, so at least these elements valency you should remember. What is the valency of chlorine? Chlorine is here. What is its valency? -1. Okay, both fluorine also has -1, chlorine also has -1. Okay, so in the group, whichever elements are there, all of them will have same valency only. Clear? Remember this. Okay, so this is what we call valency. And now we will try to discuss about the polyatomic group. There is a very special group called polyatomic group. Okay, so the name itself says polyatomic, in the sense what? Many atoms combined together to form a group, isn't it? Many atoms combined together to form a group. Such a group is called polyatomic group. Okay, so sometimes these groups also can participate in a chemical reaction. Okay, that means a chemical reaction is after all a giving and taking of electrons. No, we have seen which elements give electron and which elements take electrons now. And now we will discuss there are certain groups which can take electron and can give electrons also. Okay, so such groups are called polyatomic groups. And now I will give a list of polyatomic groups and their valency. Valency is after all nothing but how many electrons that a group is giving or how many electrons that a group can take during a chemical reaction. Okay, so this particular list you have to remember for the next class. Okay, this is very much helpful to write the chemical formulas for the compounds. Okay, valency of elements as well as the valency of polyatomic groups that I will give you now will help in writing chemical formula of a compound. Okay, which we discuss in the next class. Fine. So just make a table and note it down, guys. I will write the name of polyatomic group, okay, and then name as well as formula, and here I will mention their valency. Okay, so this is the table you take. The first and important polyatomic group is hydroxide group. Okay, how do we write? Its symbol is OH. Its valency is -1. So what do you mean by -1, guys? This group during combination with some other elements or atoms or groups, it will always take one electron. Yes or no? Minus means taking electron. How many electron will it take? One electron. Okay, this is very important. Plus in the sense the guy is losing electron. Minus in the sense the atoms or elements take electrons. Okay, fine. Next, carbonate group, symbol CO3, valency -2. That means this particular group will always take one electron during a chemical, two electrons during a chemical reaction. Okay. Next, bicarbonate group, HCO3 is the symbol, valency -1. Okay. Next, sulfate group, SO4 is the symbol. Symbols you should remember, guys, very important. Okay, -2 is the valency. Phosphate, PO4 is the symbol, -3 is the valency. Okay. Nitrate, NO3 is the symbol, -1 is the valency. Ammonium, okay, NH4 is the symbol, -1 is its charge or valency. Okay, we can also call it as charge. Sorry, here it is +1. Okay, so these guys are also called as charge and also valency. Charge and valency is same. Okay, so if I ask you what is the charge of carbonate group, -2 you will say. And what is the valency of carbonate group, -2 only you will say. Okay, clear everybody? Fine. So this much information and every element's valency. Okay, so this is what important to remember for writing chemical formulae of a compound. Okay, and if you want some more, I can give you like some more you can take down. This is just for your knowledge, but this is what is more useful for you in writing chemical formulae. Okay, there is another group called phosphite group. Okay, that is PO3 group, valency -3. Okay, another one sulfite group, that is SO3, valency -2. Don't get confused between sulfate and sulfite. Sulfate is SO4, sulfite is SO3. Okay, actually both contain sulfur, both contain oxygen, isn't it? But the one which has more number of oxygen is mentioned with ATE. The one which has less number of oxygen is mentioned with ITE. This is a rule for naming. Okay, there are certain rules behind the names of this polyatomic group. So all these rules and all is not necessary, but here I am just telling you why it is sulfate, why this is sulfite, because both contain sulfur, both contain oxygen, but if it has more number of oxygen, we end the name with ATE. If it has got less number of oxygen, we end the name with ITE. Okay, similar way you can observe with phosphate also, yes or no? Phosphate and phosphite, P, oxygen, but here more number, so ATE. Here less number of oxygen compared to this, so ITE. Okay, so this is all the rules behind the naming. Okay, fine. So this is all about the valency. Okay, now let us try to understand what do you mean by ion. Ion. Okay, see, any atom or element or group written along with valency or charge is called ion. Okay, say for example sodium. If I mention its valency above, what is sodium's valency, guys? Sodium is coming in this group. What is its valency? +1. Say above the symbol, if I mention its valency or charge, then this is called ion. Okay, if I just write Na, this is called atom or element. If I write Na+, this is called sodium ion. Okay, sodium ion. Clear everybody? Okay, then similar way Cl minus Cl, if I mention its charge, Cl, what is its charge? -1, you know, then this is called ion, chlorine ion. See guys, what do you mean by cation? Cation, the definition, an ion with positive charge, or valency is called cation, okay. Say for example Na plus is cation, yes or no? Na plus is cation. Ca, calcium valency is how much, guys? Calcium charge, calcium is coming in group 2, all these elements will have +2, isn't it? So Ca +2, calcium has positive charge, this is calcium cation. Okay, so positive ions are called cations. So what do you mean by anions? There is another ion called anion. An ion with a negative charge. An ion with a negative charge is called anion. Okay. Say for example, Cl valency is -1. It's a negative charge. This becomes an ion. Which ion? Anion. Chlorine anion we will say. Okay. Say oxygen. What is oxygen's charge? Oxygen's valency. Charge or valency is one and the same, guys. Okay, -2. So here I will mention up. So O-2 is ion now. Single O if I write, atom, neutral, no charge. O-2, when I mention its valency, now it becomes an ion. Okay, and it is negative valency, negative charge. So it is anion. It is an example of anion. Okay, and you see all these groups, cations or anions. Say OH, anion, because negative charge will be there. CO3, anion, negative charge. Okay, so like that. So when you mention a group or element along with a charge or valency, then that is called ion. Okay, fine. So this is all about ions and valency. And this particular concept is very much important to remember. If you do not revise this, if you do not concentrate and listen this video, then you will not understand this. If you don't understand this, you cannot understand the next coming videos. Okay, next coming video is all about how to write formula for various compounds or molecules. Okay, so that's a very basic aspect that one must know to understand the concepts further. Clear? So revise whatever I have written on a board. You know, you have to pause the video or you should take a screenshot, write it down, okay, revise it, understand it and get prepared for the next video. Clear? Fine. So thank you. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel for more updates to learn it in a easiest way. Thank you.